literally changed my entire mood. 350 for a Warriors preseason game.
Bro, that's fucking crazy. I went to a 49ers Eagles game and I got 50-yard line seats, 13 rows deep, and that was about that had to be about 8 or 9 years ago, and that cost me $400 a ticket. $350 for nosebleed seats at a preseason Lakers Warriors. These motherfuckers are crazy.
It literally ruined my mood today when I looked up that up. I was like, I'm not even a Warriors fan or a Laker fan, but like I figured I'd just go, and I saw that, like I felt insulted. I'm not gonna lie to you, I felt insulted. I did. I swear to God, I felt like they were like laughing at me. I don't know. I felt insulted. But anyways, let's go. Like, let's go. Hey, welcome to. I'm sorry, I'm complaining a lot. I've been complaining way too much today. Welcome to the Two-Man Front with BG Sports and Objectively Biased Sports, where we talk about the hottest news in sports of today. And obviously, we have a lot of football topics today. Wild week 3, and that's what we'll be. That's what our focus will be on. You know, Dame Lillard tried to steal the show. We're gonna, we will talk about that a little bit.
We'll talk about tried to steal the show.
We're not gonna let him hijack it because we're not gonna talk about Dame. Dame's a lot already, so we'll get to that another show. But today, what we got for you guys, we got winners and losers. Who are winners and losers of week 3? And question that was posed that a lot of people were posing this week on a lot of shows and the fall pose: are the Miami Dolphins for real? Are they the best team in football? Are they actual Super Bowl contenders, or are they just some pretenders? And then, of course, we got week 4 game picks for you guys at the end. We'll be picking week 4 games coming up this week, starting with the Thursday night football game tomorrow night with their Packers Lions going to Green Bay. All right, so again, be easy. We got the fog, and let's go ahead and let's jump right into it, fog. Let's jump right into our winners and losers. Winners and losers of week 3.
Dive right in.
Who you got? Who's your first winner?
How the hell are you going to have winners and losers of week 3, and then we got week 4 game picks up front?
There you go. My fault. I was about to change it. Who you got? Winners and losers of week 3. Who is your first? We got to start positive. Let's start positive. Who's your first winner?
My first winner, I'm going with a player here, and I'm going with Myles Garrett. You know how I'm a defensive guy. Played DB in college, DB in high school. But Myles Garrett, 3.5 sacks, 5 quarterback hits, 9 total pressures. Cleveland routs Tennessee 27-3. Myles Garrett couldn't have. Again, he's my guy for Defensive Player of the Year.
He's playing the hell. He's killing it.
He was a fucking wrecking ball in that game. I don't like when people say MVPs have to go to quarterbacks because of what they mean to a team. And understand, yes, he's not scoring touchdowns. Yes, he's not a part of the scoring process. But this man is giving his offense opportunity after opportunity by the way he plays defense. So those opportunities that your quarterback has to short field, to drive the team down, to score, they're because of players like him. Myles Garrett is my absolute player winner of the weekend this weekend. It was between him and Keenan Allen, because Keenan Allen, holy shit. Mike Williams went down to Keenan Allen said, "Oh, I'm not that old. I can still play." But Myles Garrett was my one big winner from a player aspect for the weekend. My other big winner this weekend.
Oh, man. We're greedy.
Oh,
let me go. Let me Hold on. We get
it. I apologize. I'm trying to steal the show like Miles. My bad.
Over here trying to mess up my slides and stuff. Anyways, hey, Miles Garrett has been killing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be real. Myles Garrett has been killing it, and I'm still kind of bullish on what the Browns are going to do this year. I'm not really quite sure how I feel about them yet because they are the Cleveland Browns and they can self-implode at any second. But defensively, they've looked good. They have looked pretty solid. They're in the top 10 in defense. They look pretty. Actually, they're top 10. They're number one right now in total points per game. So they're number one defense. If we're going by points per game, they're number one. But he's been solid. No question about it. My winner is a team. So you pick the player. I have a team, and I believe you have a team for your next winner, and I have a player. Yes. So we got a flopping right here. My winner is the best team in football, top to bottom, hands down, no question about it. It's the 49ers. The 49ers are the best team in the NFL. There's no question about it. I'm not even willing to debate this at this moment, at least. I heard some people say the Eagles. I don't think the Eagles are the best team in the NFL. They're one of the best.
I'm the Eagles fan. No, I don't even think they're one of the best. They're still trying to figure shit out. No, absolutely not. Absolutely. They're still trying to figure shit out. You ran for over 200 yards against a team that has a top 5 run defense thus far this season, and you only put 25 points up. I get it. The dynamic Eagles are dominating in the trenches, and you have to love that. I love that. I'm a trenches guy, but no. You can't put the Eagles ahead of the 49ers.
I'm not.
You can't even put – No, I'm saying when you said that other people.
Oh, yeah.
No, you can't – they're not even on the same block as San Francisco right now. No.
Look, to me, San Francisco are head and shoulders the best. Like, there's nobody on their block. I'm just saying, I've heard some people say it's the Eagles. I get it, but I don't think that's quite true at all. And I'll say with the Eagles, just real quick with your Eagles, there's some growing pains with Brian Johnson, right? Yes. And the new OC. There's some growing pains. They'll get there. They're going to be fine. I think Jalen Hurts hasn't played his best game yet. No, Nick Sirianni. Who's the OC there last year?
What the hell was
to the Colts, right? You went to the Colts?
Charlie Stricken.
Yeah, sure. Honestly, if that was a trivia question, I would have got that wrong. I had no idea. That was not giving my guess, but yeah,
he was OC with the Chargers before.
So yeah, Eagles are a good team, but the Niners, to me, top to bottom, best team in football. No question about it. Literally, like, you got offensively, you have Brock Purdy, who's playing very well. I'm almost a believer now. Best line in football, led by Trent Williams. You got skill guys everywhere. You got Brendan Ayuk. You got Deebo Samuel, who looked like himself last game. You got obviously Christian McCaffrey. It's not close who the best team in football is today. It's really not. Then defensively, you got obviously Hufanga, you got Fred Warner, you got Eric Armstead, you got Joey, Nick Bosa. They even mentioned him, right? Like, the best team in football is the Niners. Like, and honestly, to me, I watched this game. I was in Baltimore when I watched this game. There's no doubt they have to win it this year. Like, they have to. Like, I expect the 49. I'm telling everybody right now, my Super Bowl winner prediction are the San Francisco 49ers. Health permitting, obviously. Health permitting, because health is football. But the Niners are the best team in the NFL. And they're going to be around for a while because they got a quarterback who is a second-year guy and they just reset the contract. So they got money to keep guys around. They're gonna have to pay Brock Purdy for another few years. So they got money to keep guys around. So this is easily my winner is the Niners in the best team in football. Like, it's not even close. Like this guy said, not close.
Yeah.
And some comments. The Eagles haven't had a good game yet. They're playing like ass and still winning. We can't just cave like this. I agree with that. That's why I think the Eagles will be okay. They haven't even played their best game, and they're actually playing super, like, they're still winning. They're 3-0, right? And Man, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing. Jalen Carter, the fact that he found his way on this team is not even freaking fair. Bro. It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I think so. I forget who posted it in 4QQ about Jalen Carter, but my brother said, he's like, I can't even believe the Raiders passed on this guy. I sit back and I think about, man, he would have been a hell of an addition. Chandler Jones on one side, Max Crosby on the other. You got Jalen Carter in the middle. Jesus Christ.
Who did the Raiders draft instead? I don't remember. Let's move on.
Shit, I don't know.
I'll look it up as you go. Who's your next winner?
My next winner is my offensive rookie of the year, CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans.
Can't be mad at it. Can't be mad at it.
I'm not gonna lie. When that game Stroud, I keep saying Stroud is the best quarterback that came out of this draft. You're going Bryce Young, and that's fine.
I said Bryce, yeah.
I've remained constant with CJ Stroud, and he did a fantastic job. Now, granted, him, DeMeco Ryans, like everything for the Texans worked. Doug Peterson looked like the Doug Peterson where I said, this is why this guy should not be the head coach of the Eagles. I don't care that he won the Super Bowl. Jacksonville absolutely shit the bed, but Houston took complete advantage of that. That was a beautiful game. Stroud, again, 300 yards passing without a single interception. This guy is the real fucking deal. This game was fantastic. I give it to the Texans. They're my big winner.
Yeah, hey, look, I think CJ Stroud's finally going to dispel and going to break whatever curse Ohio State has had over them when it comes to quarterbacks in the National Football League, and he's on his way to doing that. He looks great. He does. He looks comfortable. He looks confident. He looks like he knows what there's no indecisiveness when it comes to him throwing. Look, one of my biggest things with CJ Stroud coming out of Ohio State, and I'll get to the comments in a minute, is he had a lot of happy feet at Ohio State. I didn't like that. He had a lot of indecisiveness, and he didn't really seem he could really win that big game. Yeah. And look, I'll tell you right now, if that Georgia game, New Year's Eve, when they played Georgia in the playoffs, that semifinal game where they lost on a field goal, he pretty much disproved all of that. And it made me believe, okay, this guy could probably play. He went to a pretty good team. I mean, the Texans, their record didn't really tell us that last year, but this team was pretty damn good. They were pretty set. It seemed like they just needed a coach. And look, I'm happy. I'm really happy for DeMeco Ryan. That's who I'm really happy for. I love the fact that they're off to a pretty hot start. Seems like they found the franchise quarterback. That was huge. That was important, right? That was important. And so that was. I'm happy for Stroud. So I'm not mad at this at all. And Tank Dell, the guy in the picture, that's gonna be he's a game breaker. That's a game breaker right there, Tank Dell.
Yes, he is.
He's a game breaker.
That's
fantasy owners. If you haven't picked them up yet, I did. Make sure you go get Tank Dell.
That was a small receiver from North Carolina, right?
No, he's from Houston.
Oh, Houston.
He went to Houston. He's local. He's a local dude, right? Right in the backyard. So any quarterback that turns the Texans is automatic offensive rookie of the year. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, Texans have been looking for a guy since. Well, I mean, they had Deshaun, so I can't really say it ain't been that long. But they found something. They found their guy. Say timeout. Doug Peterson got hired, won a Super Bowl, got fired, got another job as well. While Vrabel has been doing, God knows what in Tennessee. I don't know what he's been doing in Tennessee. Now, hey, I don't know if we're questioning. Vrabel's a great coach. I'm not really sure what this person's saying here. Vrabel's a good coach. I'm not really sure. And Sharon, no, we're not. Are we winners this week, Brian? Yeah, we won. We won. You know, Sharon, actually, it's funny you say that. I was actually going to choose Matt Canada as my winner, but no, he's not off the hot seat. He's still on the hook, and I need to see him string together like 3 or 4 more games. And we played the Raiders. We played the Raiders, so that's like a FCS.
Not only did you play the Raiders, but let's be honest. When it comes to coaching, we saw Josh McDaniels coaching, and we know what Mike Tomlin's about. No, it's not.
No, Sharon, I did not pick them on. I did not pick them on our list. Like I said, I wanted to pick Matt Canada, but I'm not going to go on that. I'm not going to jump on that ship just yet. Absolutely not. And Canada, yeah, I won't agree with. I would disagree. He probably still needs to go. But my biggest winner is the current MVP of the league, and that's Tua Tagovailoa. Yeah, you heard what I said. I don't care what anybody. The current MVP in football right now, the front runner, is Tua Tagovailoa of the Miami Dolphins, who is running the greatest show on turf times 2.0 right now down in the South Beach. Tua is just having a hell of a season. Numbers are great. One of the best passer ratings in the league. Second in touchdowns, 1 interception. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because we're going to talk about Miami later. It's just one of those situations where Tua has found himself in a perfect situation that fits every single thing that he needs to be successful, right? And that's what you're supposed to do with your young quarterback. That's what you want for your young quarterback. And, and it's one of those things where he's running this offense to the point where he's running it almost to perfection, to the point where like it's going to be very hard to stop them because of the weapons he has around them, because it's not just the weapons around him. It's his accuracy. It's his timing, right? It's his leadership, right? It's his connection with those two guys. And look, if he can stay healthy, they got to keep him upright. That again, just like the Niners, health permitted, he's going to win the MVP if they continue this right. He's going to win it. I'm telling you right now, he's going to win the NFL MVP if they continue this route. So I'm glad you guys. I'm just the minute I get a fog bag to agree that Tua can play football, we'll be good. Like he can play quarterback, we'll be okay. But Tua is my biggest winner. He is definitely my biggest winner right now. Myron should have went for a TD to break the record. You know what? I agree with that. It's professional football. I don't understand why people were saying that they were hating or like saying they were running up the score. It's pro football.
Yes.
Like that's the part that really made me upset when people were saying that Miami or Mike McDaniel was running up the score and guys didn't like that. It's pro football. There's no mercy rule.
You've reached the pinnacle. You are at the mountaintop. This is not high school. This is not college football where 95 to 98% of you guys are never going to play football as a profession. This is elite level. This is your profession.
Unbelievable. Like it was that was one of the biggest annoyances of the week. Really, when I heard that it's pro football. It's not even college. I would say there's an argument within college to chill, like maybe because they're amateurs, maybe, but it's pro football, right? Like so 3-Man Weave is joining up. 3-Man Weave, what's up? They weren't running the score. They were literally trying to get out of the game. They were trying to get out of the game. They were running the football.
Yeah.
Like, the Denver Broncos just weren't tackling. So like, if I'm Denver King or if I'm Raheem Morris, Mostert, that's first name. Sorry. Like if they're not going to tackle me, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
I don't understand that at all. So if they would have kicked the field goal, yes, they'd be running up the score because the game was already over. But I wouldn't have been upset at that at all.
I wouldn't have either. Run up the score.
Run up the score.
Who cares?
Yeah, run the score up. Right. Stop being losers. Like these week 3 losers we're talking about here. Like boom. Right. Who's your biggest loser of the week, Fog?
Well, let's talk about it. We talking about Miami. You talking about Tua? Let's talk about Denver. Let's talk about Sean Payton. Let's talk about Russell Wilson. Let's talk about how, damn, you got beat by 50 fucking points. You got beat by 50. You gave up a 70 spot as a pro.
The chosen one scored.
Holy shit. B, I was leaving work. I'm looking at my bets. This game was not something I bet on. And I'm looking at my bets, and I turn around and I saw 70. I said, what the fuck? And I look at the score. I said, there's no way in hell. Went in on BetMGM, and I'm like, holy shit. The Dolphins scored 70 points. These guys suck. Russell Wilson, me and you talked about this last year when everyone was talking about, the Broncos are a quarterback away. And we both said, I'm not so sure about that. I don't think they're just a quarterback away. Well, they got Russell Wilson, and it's like, okay, let's see what happens. It didn't happen. Then they go out, they bring Sean Payton in. Oh, yeah, Sean Payton. What he did in New Orleans, he's going to come here and do in Denver. Denver might fuck around and go 0-17. Because after you got mollywopped 70-20, I don't want to hear shit. Russell Wilson needs to retire. I don't care. You threw for over 300 yards. Yeah, because he had to. He had no choice. He had to throw the ball. Courtland Sutton actually showed up. Denver is my absolute biggest loser this week because you gave up the second most points in NFL history. In NFL history.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It was pretty bad. You know what?
Pretty bad. Why are you trying to make it sound? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. No. That was what happened there. What happened there was how high. Let's put the baby powder in the hand and bow! Mike Epps slapped the shit out of somebody.
It was one of those things where, like, I haven't been on the side of either of these games, but I've always said that, like, no, like, if a team's gonna drop 70 on me, that's fine, and lose. If you're gonna drop 70 on me and lose, then you know what? We better drop like 50 or 60. It better be a shootout. Because then it's like, okay, then both defenses sucked, right? Like both defenses sucked. Everyone's just scoring. It's one of those weird college football games where everyone's scoring. Bro, you scored 20 points.
You didn't even get $0.25.
No, that's man. No, so there's this really cool thing you can do on Google. I promise you. I wish I would have took the screenshot. There's a really cool thing you can do on Google where you can kind of search what like the most searched thing was on Google, and it shows you like a kind of like a graph. Do you know what the most searched name besides Taylor Swift? One of the most searched names pertaining to the NFL was on Sunday.
What?
Vance Joseph. No, for real. Because I wanted to know what, like, who the DC was. Who is this guy? Like, I have to know, and it had to be a brother, unfortunately. So I'm like, God, brother, over here trying to get you coaching jobs, and you over here allowing 70 points. You're done. You're not getting anything at this point. But yeah, it was bad. What's not fine? What's never fine? I mean, it's not fine in terms of giving up 70. But what I'm saying is
that's Sarita Thomas.
For Sarita, what I'm saying is, at the very least, at least we're responding. Like the Broncos weren't even responding. That's the embarrassing part. Like they literally just quit. There was one play where Deverda Kane ran up the middle, and there was like 4 Broncos on the ground.
Yep.
That's a joke. So you know what? Why not pile on some more? Because Sean Payton is my biggest loser of this week, and the only reason why I picked him, one of the reasons why I picked him was because he was very, very mouthy this year in this summer.
Let the crowd know. Let the audience know. We didn't coincide this.
No. I didn't know. We did not coincide at all.
We winged this shit in the last 15 minutes. We were the fourth quarter.
We did not coincide this at all. So, but pile it on. Sean Payton was talking very mildly, talking about Nathaniel Hackett was the worst coaching job of all time. Well, last time I checked, Nathaniel Hackett didn't have a team drop 70 on them. So there's that. Right? There's that right there. That's one. And then two, the greatest thing is this. So last year, that when Sean Payton went on his little hiatus from coaching, he was on Fox. He was on Colin Cowherd's show, and he was talking about one of the questions were quarterback controversy between Tua and Teddy Bridgewater, right? And look, honestly, I'll give a little mulligan to him a little bit because he did coach Teddy Bridgewater. But if you listen to the quote of when he said he thought Tua was going to be benched in favor of Teddy Bridgewater because he felt like Teddy Bridgewater was the better quarterback, it's like beautiful bliss for Tua to come back and drop off a 70 piece, right, on this man's head after he said he would get benched last year for his former starting quarterback in New Orleans. So, look, Sean Payton, I never really knew him. I never really followed him, so I don't really know who he. I mean, I know who he is, but this almost felt like right, and it almost felt good to see this because he's been so damn mouthy, talking a lot over the summer. Now I hope he can just he thought Russell Wilson was the issue, and Russell Wilson may be one of the issues, but you got bigger fish to fry when a team drops 70 on you and you only drop 20. That's a problem, right? So let's get some of these comments real quick, bro. We got a lot of comments on this one. Let's see. There's no reason to get 70 dropped on you and finish the game. Fight somebody, get on the sword, go out on a sword. Don't be out there pretending to be respectful. Not.
He said, "Fight somebody."
Fight somebody. Go out and something. No, for real though. Honestly, hit somebody. You gotta do something. You gotta do something. For real. That's a good point because I think Ryan Clark said something like that on ESPN where at that point I'm gonna be the meanest and most dirtiest dude on the team, right? Because I gotta do something, right? So that actually makes kind of sense. Vance Joseph used to be the Denver's Oh, that's true. That is true. He used to be Denver's head coach. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It's sad, super sad for him. Yeah, he's not getting a coaching job anytime soon. Dropping. Yeah, that's crazy. He's pretty much out of that.
Not after that.
Not after that. He blamed the prior coaching to his hedge against failure. We should have known this was coming. Yeah, he does. Yeah, actually, Ramon, he did do that.
No, nobody knew this was coming.
No, not this though. No.
Nobody knew this was coming.
Not this, not that though. Not that. Yeah.
This is like when your mother says, "I'm gonna go hit you" when you're a kid, and you're used to getting hit with a belt, and she leaves and comes back and she's got a shovel. It's like, oh, what the fuck?
Cowboys fans need to send the Broncos a thank you gift for saving everyone for piling on them this week. I don't know about that. Well, you might want to hang on a little bit like that. Yeah, you might want to hang on to that one a little bit. We'll be back. Everybody. Hey, man, don't give Teddy none of these straight. Hey, look, I actually like Teddy. Teddy's one of my favorite quarterbacks. I'm not giving Teddy strays. I'm just saying it's funny. Just almost literally a year to the day, Sean Payton was on the couch with Colin Cowherd saying that Tua needs to be benched in favor of Teddy Bridgewater. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's way more issues before. No, you're right. No, it's more issues before Russ. It is. It's a lot of more issues before Russell Wilson, and Sean Payton needs to identify those issues because, dude, again, 70 piece to your 20, that's crazy, right? A shovel, a Fog, you all right? It's a safe pace, bro. Hey, Fog. On that note, who's your other biggest loser of the week?
Oh, well, since somebody wants to talk about Dallas, let's talk about Dallas and Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys and how shitty they performed. This is a game they should have won. This is typical Dallas Cowboy nonsense. Dak Prescott went 25 of 40. That's 62% passing, by the way. For 249 yards, he had a touchdown and an interception. And a key interception. I got the biggest question out there. I watched it, rewatched it again. Who the fuck was Dak throwing to?
It's a bad look.
Who the fuck? No. That was a pop. That was like a Pop Warner kid going, I'm just going to throw the ball and hopefully somebody catches it. That was horrible. Did he not read the field? And I've been a Dak Prescott advocate. I've always said I think that people knock Dak Prescott. He's a goddamn good quarterback. But that was a horrible fucking throw, a horrible mistake, and he has one too many of those in key situations. Dallas and Dak, you guys are losers. You lost to a team that gave up 31 second half points to the New York Giants and Daniel Jones.
I'm not going to destroy Dak or the Cowboys. I'm going to chalk this up, as just a bad game. I don't think this is a sign. I still think they're one of the better complete teams, at least in the NFC. I still think they're going to make the playoffs. I still think they have a chance to win the NFC East. I think it's going to come down to obviously them and the Eagles. It's one of those. Look, the Cardinals. Apparently, the Cardinals didn't get the memo that. Maybe they did get the memo. Maybe they did get the memo that they knew that Caleb Williams didn't want to play there. So they're like, "Why tank? Let's just play well because we're not getting Caleb Williams anyway. He's probably going to go back to USC if he finds out we have the number 1 pick." So maybe the Cardinals just are playing harder than we thought they would, right? And that's okay, right? Look, I'll chalk it up as a bad game, and they did lose Trayvon Diggs, even though I don't think that really affected this game that much because it wasn't like Joshua Dobbs was really throwing dots everywhere. So that wasn't. But I mean, that's still one of their leaders of the defense. So like that's still a big loss, nevertheless, right? I think they'll bounce back from this. I think they will. I don't really. I mean, they're losers. It's a bad loss. It's a bad loss. And actually, you know what? Whoever made this comment, who made that comment? Who made the comment of the gift? I'm going to pull it back up because it's actually true. Because had the Broncos not had a 70-piece dropped on their heads, we would have been talking about this.
Yeah,
it would be talk. So the Cowboys should be pretty lucky. The Broncos were just one of the worst teams in just a bad weekend of football for the entire state of Colorado. Like just a real bad week, man. It's a bad week. Colorado State lost too, just to add extra insult to injury there.
Listen, I took Oregon given the 21 points.
Yeah. So I'm not.
I took Oregon given the 21 points.
I didn't. I thought Colorado would at least cover.
No, I didn't think they would cover that.
I thought they would cover, but
I didn't think they would get smacked the way they did. I watched that game and I'm like,
This is interesting. Cowboys are 1-7 against the Cardinals since 2008.
Oh,
no, that's an interesting stat. So the Cardinals just played Dallas well. That's very interesting.
Or Dallas just plays down to their competition, like Micah Parsons said in the post-game interview, and that's a fucking problem at the end of the day.
Which I hate. I hate it. He said that, and Dak said something else about like, you guys put us on this pedestal or something.
Yeah,
like, bro, like he's horrible on the mic. Like, if one thing that Dak Prescott's not good at, really, is on the microphone. Like he just says things that this really pisses people off, and this makes me just cringe. Like, dude, just be politically correct. It's okay. We don't really care that much. And just get off the podium, right? Just stop saying these things. So, it makes things work. And he's already an easy target. I like the guy. I like him as a person. I like him as a quarterback. But he's such an easy target because some of the things he says, and then you see the picture of him throwing it in between 4 Cardinals. It's just easy to stockpile on him. So let's get some of these comments real quick. They didn't have Saquon Barkley against the Cardinals. That is true. That's very true. They didn't have him against the Cardinals. Let's see. Also, Micah Parsons stopped crossing over and holding up against the run. Interesting there, right there. The Bears are going to get the number 1 seed anyway, but they aren't going to draft Caleb. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't. I think you mean number one. I think you mean number one overall pick. But I got you. I don't know. We'll see. At this point, I don't know where Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams said he wanted to play for the Dolphins. Those dreams are over, right? So here's my theory. They're trying to look competent in all these games and still lose. So he thinks he's missing. He thinks he's the missing link. Arizona's winning by accident. It's all what I'm saying. They may be winning by accident, but Arizona may not just be that bad of a team. But they're one of those teams that are going to be just hard to beat because they don't want. I don't know if they don't want to tank or guys. And James Conner's a pretty good back too. So and guys. It's very hard to convince guys to tank in football.
Yeah,
because guys are playing for contracts. They're playing for next contracts. So they got some talented guys on that team. And Joshua Dobbs clearly, has found some fountain of youth or whatever. So he's been playing well. He's been playing well. I didn't think the DT was gonna fake the punt that far, and here we are. I think he's talking about Colorado. Yeah, that was personal. I have my issues with that, but we'll continue on. And this last comment, or he's just soft. I don't see none of the other quarterbacks getting 2-piece at Daytona Beach. Come on, dog. That was a low blow. That's so long ago. He was in college.
Damn.
College. Oh man, yeah. You don't convince guys to tank. You just set up the team to lose and sacrifice the guys out there. That's true. Yeah, and apparently the Cardinals got guys that want to keep playing because they're playing their butts off right now. They're playing their butts off right now.
Charlie Villanueva forgot them boys believing in themselves.
Y'all should shame yourselves with that one. That's just low. Joshua Dobbs, all you want to do is play football. Hey, my biggest loser, real quick to speed up a little bit. My second biggest loser are the Minnesota Vikings. It's time to break it up. It's over. They're 0-3. Look, Kirk Cousins, he had a good run. He made a lot of money. In Minnesota. He's got a hell of an agent. But it's time to just kind of break up this team. I think at this point, it's really nowhere to go, but possibly. I mean, it's not like the NBA. We can just dump contracts. I get it, but I really, really free. Yeah, I was gonna say this. Free Kirk Cousins. I really want to see. I mean, the Jets. They got Trevor Siemian. I'm not really sure what that was about. Because it gets to the point where you want to keep Justin Jefferson happy. That's your franchise corner guy. He's gonna get a ton of money, and I don't think he's gonna give any discounts. He doesn't seem like a discount dude, right? No. So he's not giving a discount. So you really got to keep him happy as well. This team's going nowhere pretty fast. Offensive line is horrible. Defense is horrendous. And Brian Flores is the defensive coordinator for that, and he may have spoiled his chances of getting on the coaching job with that performance. And Kirk Cousins, man, it's just one of those situations where they're just in a place right now where they can't do much. Because the Jets don't seem to want to trade for him, even though he's on his last year of his contract. And I don't know what they would really give up for Kirk Cousins. I don't think they want to give up too much for Kirk Cousins because he's his last year of his deal. So it'd be really pretty tough. Please don't bring up the Jets. Just thought we were trying to keep it light and entertaining tonight. I wasn't going to bring up the Jets. I was just saying that I just don't know what the Jets are really any better than Zach Wilson. I don't think the Jets are going to be a team ready to implode, and whoever's controlling that franchise, whether it's Woody Johnson, whoever, they're just ruining a good thing for New York. They have a great defense, young defense, but because that team is so damn bad, and you saw the frustration on the sideline, the bickering with the receiver and Michael Carter and Garrett Wilson, team's going nowhere pretty fast, man. So going nowhere pretty damn
But that's fast. A coaching issue.
With Robert Saleh?
Yeah. I believe that's a coaching
issue.
I mean, you got to have control of that locker room. And when you got players going at it, they went at him too.
Yeah. That's they did. They didn't. And apparently I read they didn't like the fact that he's standing up for Zach Wilson, who just literally can't play.
Just last season, he wasn't standing up for Zach Wilson. You shitted on him, and now you pivoted completely, a whole 180 on this. No. Yeah. The players that are there that have been there, they're gonna look at you and go, "Wait, hold the fuck up."
I personally would have. I personally would have gotten Kirk Cousins. I would just drop maybe a 2 and a 3 for him right now. Fuck it. 1 year rental, that's fine. Aaron Rodgers may come back. If I would just drop it right now. Because at some point, I'm not saying even if they do that, they win the Super Bowl, but you want to keep guys happy and motivated and actually want to play for something.
Like you're trying to do something.
Like they're trying to do something. Bringing in Trevor Siemian, like that team's gonna implode. Like I'm waiting. It's a powder keg at this point. It's a powder keg, and I'm not even going here. Like we gotta chill. Cap over here. Cap over here, right? Cap.
Oh fuck! I argued for Cap. I've been for Cap. I love Cap.
I'm not talking
about let's stop caping for Cap at this point. He's away 7 years, 6-7 years from the game. No, absolutely fucking not. The quarterback position, you can't be away that long and expect to come back and be anything of some significance.
He's done. It's not even, it's just one of those things where like, I don't know how old he is. He's 34, 35. And it's the fact that he hasn't played in 7 years.
Yeah.
It's not his age. He hasn't played football in 7. I'm tired of this too. I am too.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it too. Like it's here we hear writing letters to Woody Johnson and the GM of the Jets saying, bro, like what the at this point, it's actually kind of damn sad. I feel bad for him because he's in a space or in a irrational space where he feels like he can still get in there. Well, clearly, bro, they don't want you, dog. Like it's sad, bro. It really is sad. It's kind of sad, and I hope he just stops at some point. I really do.
It's like it. You know what it's like? It's like somebody chasing their ex.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, leave it alone. She doesn't want you.
He put a damn note in her locker when she clearly is dating somebody else now. And bro, like, oh man. All right, real quick, you can see this comment right here. Someone said he ain't even throw at celebrity games. Like, yeah. I'll get to my last point with Cap, but this guy said, first of all, I think these guys are too damn soft. Most of y'all are on your first contract. Ain't no all-stars should have time to be paying attention to what other people are doing. Do your job, get better, and try to be great. I think you're referring to the Jets, maybe. I'm not really sure what this comment is referring to, but he'll let us know in a minute. But one thing about Cap, one thing I wish he would have done is pursued like the USFL or like the XFL. To show that he can still play. Then maybe, possibly you get a shot because you're playing football. Like doing all this stuff for your shorts and t-shirts, man. Like, yeah, it's just sad at this point. So real quick, we asked the question, and we want you guys to answer. Are the Miami Dolphins a for real football team? Well, obviously they are, but are they for real in terms of contenders? They're 3-0. They are top one, obviously at the top offense, scoring offense in all of football. They actually have a top 10 defense. So defensively, they're playing well as well. So there's that, right? They have the MVP runner-up in Tua Tagovailoa. Oh, and not to mention, they probably have the two.
If Tua didn't have Tyreek Hill, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing.
So basically, you're saying that if if Josh Allen, like if Joe Montana didn't have Jerry Rice, he wouldn't be Joe Montana.
No bullshit, because Joe Montana won 2 Super Bowls with John Taylor as his best wide receiver.
Okay, so if they didn't have John Taylor, Joe Montana wouldn't be anything.
Who's John Taylor?
That doesn't matter. He's good. Was he a good receiver or not?
He's not in the Hall of Fame.
Doesn't matter.
Tyreek Hill's going to wear a yellow jacket.
Okay. But I'm saying is, my point is,
it matters. Yes, it matters because it's the same argument that people make about John Elway. We didn't have receivers, and then when he got receivers, He won 2 Super Bowls. Okay.
I mean, okay, but
Joe Montana won 2 Joe Montana won 2 Super Bowls without Jerry Rice. Without him.
That's fine. That's fine. But Joe Montana still had talent around him, did he not?
They were okay.
All right. Of course. Get to the Super Bowl twice, they're okay. Like it's just annoying to me. Like here's the bottom
Cincinnati Bengals got to the Super Bowl twice.
I love
in the 80s with Boomer Esiason and then Brian, are you really going to debate this with me?
No, I'm just what I'm saying is talent is needed for success, is what I'm saying.
It is.
Right? Coaching is just the bottom line, right? And look, there's obviously we've seen the trend where teams have got out and gotten either all pro or really good receivers to match with their young quarterbacks, right? And that's what the Dolphins did. They know the strengths of Tua. They studied him. They wanted him. The only person they want Tua was Brian Flores, and now he's out, right? They wanted Tua. They understood that, dude, look, he doesn't have the strongest arm, but he's deadly accurate. He's one of the best play-action quarterbacks, personally, I've ever seen because his accuracy and timing is there. And look, Tyreek Hill last year said that Tua is more accurate than Mahomes, and everybody laughed at him. And I understood what he was saying, though, because Tua's accurate as hell. He can drop a ball in a bucket. He may not be able to launch it 70 yards like a Mahomes, but
Tua has really good touch, and that's not something
pretty much
you can
teach. There have been quarterbacks who've had that. Troy Aikman didn't have the biggest arm in the world.
But he had touch.
And accuracy.
Yep.
Even Peyton Manning didn't have the greatest arm in the world, but he had touch and accuracy.
Tom Brady,
perfect example. Because I feel his arm was pretty strong, but he got stronger. His arm got stronger as he got older. But when he first got into the league, wasn't very strong. But he had touch and accuracy. Tua is the exact same way, and they got him weapons because they understood, like, okay, this guy may not be able to throw the ball 40, 50 yards in the air to get it to like a Calvin Johnson or whoever. But let's get him some guys who can find some space, some crossing routes, some posts. Let's put him in some play action, right? Because his timing is impeccable, right? One of the best we've seen, right? You know what's funny? People don't like this because they wanted Tua to fail so bad, right? Because they were so sure he was not going to succeed. Now that he's succeeding, people are having a hard time just like admitting, okay, Tua can play. It's okay to be wrong. Like, it's okay, but go ahead, dude. Are the Miami Dolphins for real in your book? Because I think they're for real.
I think they are. I honestly think that. I think Mike McDaniel's a fucking genius at right now. And you alluded to it about how they put players around Tua. If Tua can stay upright, this team's a Super Bowl contender, man. Because I've been a detractor of Tua. I still am. But I'm not going to deny his talent and what he has to offer. And the fact that Mike McDaniel and general management have turned around and orchestrated and constructed a team to build around his strengths and what he can do well, this is a match made in heaven. This team, the Miami Dolphins, wow.
It's
San Francisco, we talking San Francisco. We can actually see a Miami Dolphin, San Francisco 49er Super Bowl.
That would be a hell of a Super Bowl. And it's interesting. Another example I want to give, depending on your age and if you actually saw the original greatest team on turf, the St. Louis Rams, that team was tailor-made for Kurt Warner. Perfect for Warner. It was perfect. He had Marshall Faulk. He had Torrey Hall. He had Isaac Bruce.
Isaac Bruce, yeah.
Isaac Bruce. I mean,
and Mike Mart's offensive design was incredible.
That was designed off play action. Fake, right? And this comment right here made by this person, Tua's master ball placement. Pause. He is perfect. He literally is tailor-made for this offense. He truly is. He truly is. This person said they were for real, but I don't know if it's sustainable. I think it's sustainable as long as they all stay healthy, right? But I will say this though, when it gets a little cold, when they got to travel up to Buffalo, or if they got to go to Kansas City and play in Arrowhead in the playoffs, or if they got to play like, I don't know, who's a contender? Maybe if Cincinnati gets it together, if they got to go to Cincinnati or something like that, I don't know. Then if they get a home field advantage, it's a wrap. If you got to go to Miami and play, it's a wrap. But if they got to go on the road with this, then I agree with this. I will wholeheartedly agree with this statement right here. This year's Super Bowl script is going to be Shanahan versus. Hey, I'll take it. I will take it. I'll take that right there. I'll take that game. So we got a couple of comments up here, some long comments. Depends on the guys who you really can't depend on make it to the end of the season. They got a collection of speed guys. They cornered a niche, but their training team got to be better at their job than McDaniel. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing you're trying to say they're an injury-prone team. Yeah, I mean, Waddle didn't even play last game.
No,
incredible, right? Waddle was banged up. They got some guys. There's some small dudes in this team, man. They're a very finesse team. So that's what I said. Like, if you can get physical with them, if you get physical, that may be their deterrent. Depend on the specific type of athlete. They got some smaller, fast, twitchy guys. These guys have trouble finishing seasons. If they get hit an injury bug, suddenly they're a little easier to defend, and it's a problem. I mean, I get it. Like I said, if you get physical with them, they may back down. They may not be as good, but again, their goal should be getting home field advantage. They get that, it may be a wrap. It really may be a wrap. They should forfeit the game at MetLife. Too much risk. Forfeit what game at MetLife? Forfeit the game at MetLife? What do you mean?
Against the Jets.
Why? Do you think it's going to be physical? It's going to be an interesting game. It may be an interesting game, but I don't think they should forfeit the game. But yeah, I think the Miami Dolphins are definitely real. And hey, look, if we get the Niners Dolphins in the Super Bowl,
that'd be awesome.
That'll be amazing.
Again, I'm a football fan first, so I would love to see something like that. Ooh, playing on that turf. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah. That's Did Tua get hurt? He got hurt on turf last time. I think he got hurt like in Buffalo.
Yes, he did.
Damn. That's a good point right there. Good point. We'll see if they can get out of New York and MetLife in one piece because last time we checked, that turf has taken bodies. Has taken some bodies. Yeah. So those are our winners and losers. We think the Miami Dolphins are for real. Most of us do. We'll see if they can stay healthy. But let's get to our game picks, though. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's get to our game picks of the week here. Let's go ahead and open up and share the screen real quick. Get the schedule out. And
another tough week of picks.
It is tough. This week's gonna be tough. Got a good one actually. I actually may watch Thursday Night Football.
Thursday might be really good.
Yeah. So we got the Lions, 2-1 Lions at the 2-1 Green Bay Packers. Golf versus love. Ball, who you got?
I'm going to take the Lions in this one. I'm taking the Lions. I think they're going to go in there. I think that it's going to be an ugly game. And I think because it's going to be an ugly game, it might hurt Jordan Love and this offense. So I'm going with Detroit.
Detroit winning in Lambeau.
Oh, yeah, this is a reach. This is upset alert.
Yeah. Man. This would be a real statement game for Detroit.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to go there too. I think I'm going to go that route too. I think Detroit makes a statement. I think they get physical with the Packers and they win this game in Detroit. Oh, I'm sorry. In Green Bay, excuse me.
Green Bay.
Yeah, in Green Bay. That's going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that one. All right. Next 5, we got Jags or Falcons at Jags.
Jacksonville has to bounce back. They have to. You literally imploded last week. There has to be a bounce back because you're this team that everyone was picking to win that AFC South. And right now, you don't look like that team. So on the strength that they need to win this game, and I don't believe in Atlanta, although Atlanta will make it tough, I'm taking Jacksonville.
Just to get this comment, San Francisco plus Miami plus Usher in Vegas. Good Lord. No, like, good Lord. The rating, it's a great comment. Hell of a comment. Because that's crazy.
That would be money.
That would be crazy. I don't like saying, and this game is in London, by the way. It's Jacksonville's second home. I don't like to say that this is a do or die game for Jacksonville, but it feels like that because going 1-3. It is. You think so?
It is.
I think so too.
If you go 1-3, you're out. If Jacksonville loses this game, mark my words, Jaguars fans, all 2 of you that are watching. If you lose this game, you're not making the playoffs.
Damn. I don't know who's in. I'm going to check who's in first place. I'm not even sure who's in first place right now. But I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Jacksonville. Backs are on the wall. They got to have this game. I'm going to go with Jacksonville. I think they right the ship. I do. Let's go. So possibly the game of the week right here. Both teams came off some monster blowout wins. Bills beat the Commanders 37-3 or something like that. We all know what crime the Dolphins did to the Broncos. So Dolphins at Bills. Who you got?
I'm taking Buffalo. They have to win. They came back after that Jets loss. Show that they're back in business. Went to Washington, handled business easily. If you had Buffalo's defense in fantasy football, good God.
Yeah.
But this is a game. It's not an indictment on Miami. I'm still on the Miami train right now. But you're going to lose. You're not going undefeated. And Buffalo is a team that I picked to win that division. I think this is Buffalo's last opportunity. Window closes this year. You don't win it this year, boom, shut. Bills Mafia, don't jump on the table. Just jump off a bridge. It's done. That's it.
I already closed the my window for them already closed. So my window's been already closed. But yeah, so who's your pick? I didn't hear you.
I'm taking Buffalo.
Okay. Miami in Buffalo, not the greatest track record up there. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna go Buffalo too. If this was in Miami, I'll switch. I'm gonna go Buffalo as well. I think Dolphins suffered their first loss. I think Buffalo right now, both teams are pretty hot, but I think the better defense is gonna go to Buffalo. Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffalo too. I think Buffalo rights the ship and they tie for first place in the AFC East against the Miami Dolphins. All right, so we're forced to do this next game because that's like they're making us do this crap. So who gets their first win of the 2024 or 2023 NFL season?
Minnesota. No Bryce Young, no problem.
Yeah. If Minnesota don't win this game, I'm not even sure.
If Minnesota doesn't win this game, I said previously that the Broncos have the potential of going 0-17. If Minnesota loses this game, we might have 2 0-17 teams.
Jesus. Comment real quick. Jags, Dolphins, Vikings, Denver gotta win. Baltimore, hope they open up the offense. I don't want to talk about that. We'll get to that. We'll talk about that. But yeah, I don't know if the Dolphins have to win. Vikings, I think their season's over. Denver season's over. Yeah. Jags gotta win. Baltimore's got to win, but they won't. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Let's see. Another game of winless teams. 0-3 Broncos at the 0-3 Bears. Well, who you got?
I'm taking Denver. They have to win. I don't want to. I said they might go 0-17. They have to win this game after getting mollywops by 50 points, allowing a team to put up 70 on you.
You know what? That actually is not a bad idea. That's actually
both these teams got their asses handed to them last week by over 30 points. So yeah, you're at that point. I'm taking Denver because Chicago just looks so much more discombobulated than Denver.
Denver actually, I would say this. Denver actually looks like, less discombobulated than the Bears. The Bears just look like just the worst franchise in the NFL right now. This is like a must win for because if Denver loses this game, they start 0-4 with Sean Payton and Russell. But like the anarchy that's going to happen in Denver, like no, the Bears fans know they suck. So if they lose this game, it's like next. It's not even like a thing. I mean, honestly, I will say that Justin Fields is gonna have to answer a lot more questions because he did not play well at all last game either. So, all right, next game: Ravens at Browns.
I'm taking Baltimore. I still don't like the way the Browns look offensively.
You know, I went to the Ravens game last week, Baltimore against the Colts, and like
they got to come back from that.
That was a game I don't know how they lost that game. That was a game they needed to win. I think they have a get right game here against the Browns. I believe the winner of this game, well, actually the Steelers they're all two, so 3 teams tied for first place. Oh man, I got the Ravens. I got the Ravens in this game. And because I agree with you. I don't like how the Browns are playing offensively just yet. I don't like how they look. You know, Deshaun did look pretty good last week. I think the Ravens bounce back. I can't see them losing 2 in a row. I got the Ravens as well. All right, next game: Steelers at Texans. Interesting one.
Look, I love how the Texans looked against Jacksonville last week, but I think that was more Jacksonville failing than the Texans doing everything right. Steelers. This team should not make the playoffs. They shouldn't even be in competition for the division. Mike Tomlin is the reason this team exists at this point. Kenny Pickett, I'm sorry. He's not that good. Mike Tomlin is the reason this team exists, and Mike Tomlin is the reason this team, unfortunately, is going to beat my guy, DeMeco Ryans. I'm taking the Steelers.
Okay. All right. So this is another game where Matt Canada can survive another game. He will be able to stay in the city of Pittsburgh for another week.
His bum ass is going to survive the whole season.
He's going to be there the whole season. I'm just saying that, in terms of like just the criticism, the heat will continue to die down if you can win 2 in a row. Because last game against the Raiders, it looked like the team that we left off in 2022 when we went 7-2 the last 9. That's what it looked like. We did a lot more double teams on the line, no more zone run crap. Defensively, we look really, really stout, really good. And I do agree with you. I think the Texans just took advantage of the Jaguars choking and not the Texans kind of like beating them. I got us going 3-1. I said in my video, I said that the first 5 games for us were crucial. We had to go at least 4-1 and 5-1. And we're on our way there. So I think the Steelers, we win this game. Not handedly. I think Texans are a pretty physical team, but I think we win this game and go 3-1. All right. 1-2 Rams at the 2-1 Colts.
Taking the Rams. I'm taking coaching. Sean McVay.
I'm taking the Colts. The Colts. The Colts look, I saw him play last week. Gardner Minshew, I don't know why he's not a starter somewhere.
I don't know shit.
I don't know why he's not a starter. I don't know why the Jets are not on the phone with the Colts and say, hey, take a second round pick. We'll send to Zach Wilson too. And give us Gardner Minshew. I don't understand why this man's not a starter.
I said the same fucking thing. I called my brother after they won against Baltimore. I said, not for nothing. Everyone shit on this guy. I don't understand why he's not a starting quarterback in the league. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
The guy wins.
He can play. Let's see. I just want to point out, people laughed at me when I said Pickett was the getaway to get to a new GM, was the gateway to a new GM and coaching staff. I don't think Pickett's that bad. I think Pickett's just in the midst of he just has a bad coordinator. I don't think Pickett's that bad. I don't think he's like great, but I don't think he's that bad. And when he can throw, when he's on, but when he's off, he's just totally off.
He's serviceable.
He's exact perfect word, serviceable. And I'll take that because look, I mean, the Steelers, we just want to focus on running the football and defense. Stop the run and run the ball. That's what we want to do. I don't need
Najee Harris would fucking lower his shoulders and just run through everybody at times.
I've given up on that. Let's see what he said. Minshew, they wouldn't give up on Minshew, and the Saints would have given up on Jameis. Rumors are they were asked. I'm sure they were. I'm sure they did call. But yeah, I don't know. Minshew should be starting somewhere, but I'm not really sure why he's not. So, not sure why the man is not. Let's see. Let's get back on track. I picked the Colts, Bucks at Saints. Two surprisingly 2-1 football teams.
I'm not surprised. That's going to be a tough division. I'm taking the Saints. I don't think, especially after Tampa Bay got rolled on by Philadelphia offensively, I think the Bucks are pretenders.
Yeah, I think the Bucks are definitely pretenders. Like, definitely, I honestly think they're gonna. I think they're gonna bench Baker for Kyle Trask pretty soon because Baker Mayfield is getting back to his old ways. I don't think Baker's gonna finish the season as starting quarterback. Kyle Trask. I got the Saints. I got the Saints. I got the best. I have the Saints and the best Ohio State wide receiver in the league right now, which is Chris
Olave.
Yeah,
that boy's bad.
He's a bad man. He's bad.
Oh no, I thought it was Garrett Wilson. I thought it was Garrett. I'm just saying.
I did pick Garrett Wilson. I picked Garrett Wilson. But hey, look. Quarterbacks do matter. The quarterback matters, and Garrett Wilson.
It does.
And Garrett Wilson doesn't have one right now. I do think Garrett Wilson can play. I really do. All right, let's see. Commanders at your Eagles.
If the Eagles fuck this up, I'm sorry, Washington fans, you're a pretender too. I'm a fan of Eric Bieniemy, but after that 31-0, you got brought down to reality. You played a real football team. You got brought down to reality on every aspect of the field. Philadelphia, even though they're not running on all cylinders, running at half speed is better than what Washington's going to be running at. I'm taking Philly.
Oh, man.
Especially at home.
Yeah, that defensive line. Yeah, Sam Howell's going to have another long day of running around for his life.
Yeah.
I got Philly in this game, but you know what? If the Commanders were smart, they would start tanking too, so they can get their hometown guy, Caleb Williams, to get there. I would love to see Caleb Williams in Washington and with Eric Bieniemy. I would love to see that. That would be exciting for the greater Washington area to see their hometown kid who went to Gonzaga High School
over there. Wow.
Went to Gonzaga High School in Washington, D.C., comes back home and plays for his hometown team. Will be great. That's what I want to see, but I don't think that's going to happen, though. Let's see. Battle of some surprisingly kind of not the Titans. Bengals. 1-2 teams. I don't know if Joe Burrow's playing this game. There's some word that he may not be playing. I don't know. We'll assume he is. Bengals at Titans.
If Burrow's playing, I'm taking the Bengals. I like what I saw against the Rams. It's like they're turning the corner again. They're just getting their rhythm in. If Burrow is not playing, shit, the Titans might win this game.
Titans win this game. If the Bengals lose this game, the season's over. I'm gonna say right now, game. That's it. 1-3. Especially if the guys are ahead of them. If the Steelers, Ravens, and the Steelers or Ravens win, and they go 3-1, and if the Bengals lose this game, their season's over. I'll say right now. I'm not gonna say shut down Joe Burrow, but very, very hard to come back from that. But I got the Bengals though. I do agree. They look better. Jamar Chase looked better. I don't even know what the Titans' identity is anymore. I honestly don't even know what they're doing. I
don't think they know. I feel bad for Vrabel because it's like you're juggling. They've pissed away their talent.
It's crazy. Yeah.
They've given all their talent away. The only thing they've held on to is Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's got to be sitting there going, hey, whoa, what's going on? You might as well give me away too.
And he's got like 2 more good years left in him. Yeah. A year, possibly. He's like 28, 29 years old. Y'all think Caleb would get along with EB in that tougher coaching style? I don't know what that's about. I don't care about that. If Mahomes would get along with them, I don't know why Caleb Williams could get along with them. I'm not really sure what that means, but let's see. Patriots, Bills. Bill might actually try to this week in practice. We're talking about the next game. Okay, we'll get to that game in a minute. Let's go real quick. Raiders at Chargers. Jesus.
Both these head coaches are trying to get fired. After the first 3 weeks of the season, I'm fucking convinced that they're both trying to get fired. I'm going to take the Chargers because they're at home. But yeah, I can't call it.
It's so funny because they really have both of them don't want to work anymore. Neither one of them want to work. I actually agree. I have no idea who's going to win this game. I really don't. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say I always go with the better quarterback. I think Herbert's obviously better than Garoppolo. I'll go with the Chargers, but it's going to be one of those games where it's not going to be pretty. And like you said, Brandon Staley, he's point shaving. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to keep these games close. I don't know what he's trying to do, but I think they win. They go 2-2, kind of get back on track, and the Raiders' season's over. And I think Josh McDaniel will be fired by the end of November. So happy Thanksgiving, Josh McDaniel. He's gonna get fired. They just want to be coordinators again, like for real. That's how they just want to be coordinators. They don't want to deal with the stress of being a head coach anymore. They're done. They're finished. There'll probably be more Raider fans in the stands than Charger fans because they're in LA. I agree. No, it's going to be like 50-50 or 60-40. No, that's a great ass point. Great point. All right, next game we got Patriots at Cowboys. Very interesting one here.
I'm taking Dallas.
They right the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to. If Dallas loses this game at home, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's going to be a problem.
That's going to be a red flag. That's definitely going to be a red flag. I think Dallas rights the ship. I think the Patriots go 1-3, and there's going to be some more questions about Bill, about retirement and stuff like that. But yeah, I think Cowboys will right the ship against Mac Jones and the New England Patriots. All right, we got the 1-2 Cardinals going to go and try to upset the San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco is not going to do what Dallas did.
No, I think this game's going to be pretty ugly, actually. I think this game's going to be pretty, not 70-20 ugly, because that shouldn't happen in the NFL. But
it's been, 40 or 50 years since that happened? If that happens again, Jesus Christ, in the same season?
I don't think the Niners are capable of putting up 70, but I think the Cardinals are going to make it interesting, though. The Cardinals, they play hard, dude. They're playing hard. So
yeah, they do.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and say San Francisco wins this game pretty easily. They go to 4-0, and I think I think they may be my prediction, they will be the last remaining undefeated team by the end of the day on Sunday. I think so. All right, Sunday Night Football.
Why, you picked the Eagles to win.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I still think I'm gonna be wrong on that game. Who are the Eagles playing? Oh, the Commanders? Nah.
Yeah,
actually,
Washington.
There'll be two teams. Never mind. Just kidding. All right. This game should have been a lot more fun. I'm so sad. This game should have been so much more fun.
Aaron Rodgers and fucking Patrick Mahomes. That would have been a fantastic showdown.
Goodness, this game should have been so fun. But instead
I literally would have picked the Jets if Rodgers was playing. I honestly would have picked the Jets.
I probably
at home too.
At home, yeah, at home. You know, I would have. This would have been a game where the Jets would have won with that defense at home. It's just not fair. We were robbed of something great, but obviously, it sounds like we're both going to Chiefs, and the Jets will continue to spiral, and we're going 1-3. And honestly, it's gonna depend how they lose, but yeah, it's gonna be. I think they're gonna lose pretty bad, honestly, in New York. But yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this game. Sunday night or our Monday night game. Seattle at New York. Giants.
I'm going to take Seattle.
See, it's interesting. I'm going to take New York because New York is weird. They win these games that they shouldn't win, and then they end up playing really well, and they end up sucking the next week. So I think this is going to be one of those games where they're going to, like, play well. Like Daniel Jones is going to look like, I don't know, like a Hall of Famer. He's going to make some plays. And then people are going to say, oh, see, he can play. See, he can play. He's really good. I told you. And then next week, he'll throw like 3 picks. So it's one of those weird, it's going to be one of those weird games that I think the Giants win. And then they'll be 2-2 and everyone will start saying they can play and all this other crap. I'm going to go with the Giants. They're at home. Seattle's coming across the country. I'm gonna go to New York.
Seattle has to win this game. If they're going to keep pace with San Fran, they have to win this game.
They have to, yeah. Because if they lose this game, they'll be 2 games behind the Niners, and it'll be over.
Yep.
Not sure if Saquon is playing. They said about 3. It said about he'll be out about 2 to 3 weeks. This will be some week 2. I'm not really sure, so we'll see. But I don't think I think one of those games that New York just wins. They just win these weird games where you think they're going to lose, and then
accidental success.
Like accident. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen. It's going to be a great week, guys. It's going to be a great week. Can't wait for the storylines. Great matchups between the Bears and the. No, I'm playing. I'm just playing. I don't know who the Bears are playing, but they're playing another 0-3 team. But great matchups this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before we go, we want to remind you to please subscribe to BZ Sports Podcast on Facebook and obviously Objectively Biased Sports. Also, if you see that little QR code, use your phone. Please subscribe to the YouTube page so you can watch these back. We have all our videos up there as well. Please subscribe to our YouTube page as we continue to grow and give you guys more of these great podcast videos every Wednesday right here with a 2-man front. I want to thank every single person who joined. Loved the conversation. You guys were very active. Again, that's the best part of these podcasts is interacting with you guys because it's a lot of fun talking sports and football with you guys. Really, really enjoy it. Really, really appreciate it. So can't really see all the names here for 3-Man Weave. I know Sarita was here. Trisha was here.
Sarita, Kevin Oliver,
really appreciate you guys sticking around with us, man. Rocking with us all for the last hour and some change, man. Really appreciate it. Always love the conversation with you guys, man. That's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for us. We will definitely see you guys next week. Enjoy the games, enjoy the college football. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you guys next week.